So folks, here's the transmission going in. Decided to take a little bit of a break and a step back here. Not that I'm really exerting myself at this at all, but talk about this process a hair. Like I think I'm gonna kind of aim a few of these videos towards people who have never done this before, or they're earlier guys. Okay, so I definitely suggest you get one of these if you're doing a transmission on a hoist. It makes the world so much easier. Don't run out of ram. You can bring the car down, you know. I leave my dipstick right on as I guide it up there. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, it's there. You can guide that all up through. I take the chain off, safety chain off last, just because. I put the transmission mount on, but I leave it loose so that you got wiggle room in the back to line it all up. This is where the adjustments on these guys come in handy for matching the tip. Make sure you take off your shifter lever, bottom, I don't know what you call it. It's a bracket that goes on there, bolts on the transmission tail shaft to center this. Take that off, get it out of the way so you don't bump it and break it. Other than that, it's not that big. You just kind of go up slow and pay attention. Now these you can put in the bottom bolts. I'm trying to do this, I'm pretty close. Put in the bottom bolts, and then the guys up here, you don't need to get the top ones right away. Okay, you don't need to fight that right away, because the way weight works, obviously, is it's gonna wanna split in the bottom. It's gonna want, each one is gonna wanna drop. So as long as this bottom one in the block is in, pulling it tight, it's gonna be squeezed together at the top. So this bolt, these two bolts on each side and the bottom in tension are gonna keep it from splitting apart. So like me, I have those holes in the firewall up there. I don't know if you can see them. There's one right up in that way. And that's where I do my top bolts. I said it in the other video, because you can't physically do it through the width of this scatter shield. So I had to cut those holes in the floor. But that's the process for this, guys. And when you're doing this, go slow, prepare yourself. Keep bolts, your tail shaft bolts, they're the transmission mount bolts. This is a load spreading spacer thing for the scatter shield. There's one for each side. I got my bottom bolt here. Okay. The other 4 transmission bolts are in my bags over there. I'll grab those later, but take your time doing this. Get your shit prepared on each side. Slowly bring it up. It should be good.